Deep in the snowy forest, something magical is about to happen that will change everything. When winter's icy grip freezes the land, who do the animals turn to for help? Today, we're meeting the wisest creature in the entire forest, the magnificent great horned owl. But this isn't just any story about animals. This is about real problem solving. Winter has arrived early this year, and the forest animals are facing their biggest challenge ever. Food is running out fast, temperatures are dropping dangerously low, and panic is spreading like wildfire. But don't worry, because Wise Owl has a brilliant plan to save everyone. You're going to learn the exact same problem-solving tricks that helped these animals survive together. And the best part? These secrets work for your problems too, in real life. So grab your favorite snack, get cozy, and let's dive into this amazing winter adventure together. By the end of this story, you'll discover why cooperation beats competition every single time. You'll see how one wise voice can calm an entire forest full of frightened, panicking animals. And you'll learn the secret formula that solves almost any problem you might face. Trust me, this lesson is so powerful that you'll remember it for your entire life ahead. Ready to meet our forest friends? Let's begin our incredible journey into the woods. Our story begins in the Whispering Pines forest, where hundreds of animals live together in harmony. There are rabbits, deer, squirrels, foxes, bears, raccoons, and so many other creatures, all as neighbors. Every autumn, these animals work hard to prepare for winter by gathering food and building warm shelters. Usually, they have plenty of time to get ready before the first snow falls on the ground. But this year, something terrible happened that nobody expected at all. Winter arrived 3 weeks early, catching everyone completely off guard with freezing temperatures and deep snow. Many animals hadn't finished gathering their food supplies, and their shelters weren't properly prepared for winter. Little Rabbit Rosie only had half the carrots she needed to survive until spring arrived months later. Squirrel Sam had forgotten where he buried most of his acorn collection in the forest ground. The beaver family's dam needed urgent repairs, but the pond had already frozen completely solid overnight. Even worse, the usually friendly animals started arguing with each other about food and shelter space. Fox Felix accused Rabbit Rosie of stealing from his berry stash hidden beneath the old oak tree. Squirrel Sam got into a big fight with Chipmunk Charlie over who owned which tree territory. The young deer were crying because they couldn't find enough grass beneath the thick, heavy snow. Mama Bear was getting angry because other animals kept wandering too close to her sleeping cubs. The forest was falling into chaos, with everyone thinking only about themselves instead of working together. Old Turtle Tom watched from his pond and shook his head sadly at all the fighting. Even the birds were arguing over the last remaining berries, still hanging on the frozen bushes. It seemed like the entire forest community was falling apart just when they needed unity most. That's when Old Turtle Tom remembered someone special who could help solve this growing crisis. High up in the tallest pine tree lived the oldest and wisest creature in the forest. Her name was Olivia the Owl, and she had lived through 50 winters in this forest. Olivia had seen every kind of problem before and always knew the perfect solution for each one. The animals called her Wise Owl because her advice had saved the forest many times before. But Wise Owl
Closely at the
never
base
gave
of the
solutions
cactus.
easily.
It holds the moisture we
She
need.
taught animals
Of
to
course.
think
Thank
for
you,
themselves.
Olivia. I understand now.
Old Turtle Tom slowly climbed up to Wise Owl's tree and explained the terrible situation below. Wise Owl listened carefully with her big golden eyes reflecting the moonlight shining through the branches. After hearing everything, she ruffled her feathers and said something surprising to the worried turtle below. She said the animals didn't have a food problem. They had a thinking problem instead. Turtle Tom was confused.
The
How could
scarcity of
thinking
food is one
fix
thing,
empty
but
bellies
the
and
real
cold,
problem,
freezing
the wise
shelters?
solution, points
Wise
to our
Owl
thinking.
explained that when animals panic, they forget to use their most powerful tool, their brains. She spread her magnificent wings and glided down to the forest clearing where everyone was arguing. Her arrival was so dramatic that all the fighting animals immediately stopped and stared up silently. Wise Owl's voice boomed across the clearing. "Stop. Everyone sit down and listen carefully now." The animals obeyed instantly because they knew Wise Owl only spoke when she had something important to say. First, Wise Owl asked a simple question. "What do we have right now? Not what's missing." The animals looked at each other puzzled, unsure what the Wise Owl meant by her question. Wise Owl smiled gently and said, "Let's make a list together of every resource we currently have." Squirrel Sam remembered he did know where some of his acorn stashes were buried after all. Rabbit Rosie realized her half supply of carrots was actually more than some other animals had entirely. The beaver family had building materials stored up, even if their dam itself needed some repair work. When they listed everything together, the animals realized they had more resources than they initially thought. Wise Owl nodded approvingly and said, "Now comes the most important part of problem solving, sharing resources." She explained that when animals work together and share, everyone's small amounts become big amounts combined. What if Squirrel Sam shared his acorns with others who helped him remember where more were buried? What if Rabbit Rosie traded some carrots for berries, giving everyone a variety of healthy foods? What if the beavers taught other animals building techniques in exchange for help fixing their dam? The animals' eyes grew wide with understanding as Wise Owl's brilliant plan became crystal clear. This wasn't just about food anymore. It was about building a sharing system for the community. Fox Felix immediately apologized to Rabbit Rosie for accusing her of stealing his precious berry stash. They decided to combine their food supplies and create a community storage area for everyone to access. Squirrel Sam and Chipmunk Charlie stopped fighting and became partners in finding buried acorn treasures together. With two pairs of eyes searching, they found double the acorns hidden beneath the snow. The young deer discovered that by working together, they could dig through snow faster to find grass. Mama Bear offered her cave entrance as a community meeting spot since it was warm and protected. But Wise Owl wasn't finished teaching her lessons. She had more wisdom to share. She explained that planning prevents panic, and the forest needed a winter survival plan immediately. Wise Owl organized the animals into teams based on their unique skills and special talents they possessed. The gathering team included squirrels, chipmunks, and rabbits who were excellent at finding hidden food sources. The building team had beavers, bears, and raccoons who could create and repair shelters for everyone. The planning team included the owl, turtle, and fox who were smart strategists and problem solvers. The caring team had deer, rabbits, and birds who would check on everyone daily for problems. Each animal felt valued because they realized their special skills were important to the whole community. Wise Owl taught them her secret formula. Stop, think, plan, act, and then evaluate the results. Stop means pause, and don't panic when problems appear. Take a deep breath and stay calm. Think means use your brain to understand the real problem, not just the obvious symptoms appearing. Plan means create steps to solve the problem, working backwards from your goal to now. Acete means actually do the plan with energy and commitment, not just talk about ideas endlessly. Evaluate means check if your solution worked and adjust if something needs improvement or changes. The animals practiced this formula right away on their food shortage problem that very same night. They stopped panicking and took deep breaths, feeling their hearts slow down to normal pace again. They thought carefully and realized the real problem was disorganization, not actual food scarcity at all. They planned a sharing system where everyone contributed what they had and took only what they needed. They acted immediately by creating the community food storage area near Mama Bear's warm, protected cave. They evaluated after 1 week and discovered everyone had enough food when they worked together cooperatively. The animals couldn't believe how well this system worked compared to their previous fighting and hoarding. But the best part was how much friendlier everyone became when they cooperated instead of competed. Fox Felix and Rabbit Rosie became best friends, sharing stories and meals together every single evening. Squirrel Sam and Chipmunk Charlie created a game out of finding acorns, making work feel like play. The Beaver family taught building skills to everyone, creating a forest full of skilled construction workers. Young animals learned from older animals, and older animals learned new tricks from energetic young ones. Wise Owl watched from her tree branch, hooting softly with satisfaction at the transformation happening below. She knew that the real lesson wasn't just about surviving winter, but about building lasting community, because the next winter would come, and the one after that. So these skills mattered forever. The animals had learned that cooperation beats competition, and planning beats panic every single time. As weeks passed, the animals created even more amazing systems to help their forest community thrive. They established a morning meeting where everyone shared their daily plans and asked for help if needed. They created a buddy system where every animal checked on a partner twice daily for safety. They made a weather prediction team that watched the sky and warned others about incoming storms. They built emergency shelter spots throughout the forest so animals could always find quick protection nearby. They started a teaching circle where animals shared their knowledge and skills with anyone wanting to learn. The forest became so organized and friendly that other animal communities came to learn their secrets. Wise Owl's method spread to 3 neighboring forests, helping thousands of animals survive better together. But Wise Owl always reminded them that she didn't save the forest. They saved themselves. She had simply asked the right questions and helped them discover the answers within their own hearts. True wisdom, she explained, isn't giving answers, but teaching others how to think and solve problems. The young animals especially loved this lesson because it meant they could be wise too someday. Little Rabbit Rosie asked Wise Owl how she became so wise and smart over her long life. Wise Owl chuckled softly and explained that wisdom comes from making mistakes and learning from everyone. She admitted she'd made plenty of mistakes when she was young, including some really big ones. But instead of giving up, she learned from each mistake and became wiser with every single lesson. She told the young animals that they were already becoming wise by working together and helping others. Wisdom isn't about age or size, she said. It's about having a helpful heart and thinking mind. The young animals felt so empowered knowing they could develop wisdom starting right now at their age. They promised to practice the stop, think, plan, act, evaluate formula every single day of their lives. As winter continued, the forest remained peaceful, warm, and full of cooperation and genuine friendship among animals. Every evening, the animals gathered near Wise Owl's tree to thank her for saving their entire community. But Wise Owl always redirected their thanks, reminding them they did the actual hard work themselves. She simply held up a mirror, she said, so they could see their own strength reflected clearly. And isn't that what the best teachers do? Help us discover our own inner power. The animals realized they had become a true community, not just neighbors living near each other separately. They had learned that problems become smaller when shared, and solutions become bigger when created together. They had discovered that panic makes everything worse, but calm thinking makes everything manageable and solvable. They had proven that competition creates losers, but cooperation creates winners out of absolutely everyone involved. Most importantly, they learned that wisdom isn't knowing everything. It's knowing how to figure anything out. So what can we learn from Wise Owl and her forest friends' amazing winter survival story? First, when you face a problem, do you panic first or do you stop and breathe deeply? Remember that your brain works best when you're calm, not when you're scared or upset inside. Second, are you trying to solve problems alone, or are you asking others for their help? Just like the forest animals, you are stronger when you work together with friends and family. Third, do you blame others when things go wrong, or do you look for real solutions? Fox Felix blamed Rabbit Rosie at first, but that didn't solve anything or make things better. Only when they stopped blaming and started cooperating did they actually solve their food shortage problem. Think about your life right now. What problems could you solve using cooperation? Maybe you're fighting with a brother or sister when you could cooperate to solve the problem. Maybe you're struggling with homework when asking for help would make everything easier and faster. Maybe you're keeping all your toys to yourself when sharing would make everyone happier,
when Rosie hoards the
including
toys,
you.
she feels lonely.
The stop,
but
think,
sharing with a friend
plan,
brings joy and
act.
laughter.
Evaluate formula works for your problems too, not just animals. You can be like Wise Owl for your friends and family by helping them think clearly. You have the power to solve problems and make your community better, starting right this very moment. Our forest friends taught us that winter problems become small when we face them together with cooperation. They showed us that wisdom isn't magic. It's simply learning how to think clearly and help others. Now it's your turn. What problem will you solve using Wise Owl's formula today? Tell your family this story. Practice cooperation. And remember to stop, think, plan, Act and evaluate always. Thank you for joining our winter adventure. Stay wise, stay kind, and keep solving problems together, friends.